when you've done something, you can't just say, okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about it. No, that's not closure.
Babe, you know what? I was wrong. I'm sorry, and I will not do it again. Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Transparent with Daniel and Toyosi
Boom!
Etim Effiong. We've said this before, but fun fact, Etim is actually his middle name. It's not his first name, not his last name. So when people say Mrs. Etim, I'm like, Mrs. Etim. Yeah, so I combined the middle name and the last name. You know, we're doing the whole branding thing. We've been doing branding for a while now. Yeah, but it's good.
Beautiful, by the way.
Thank you.
Why you look so good?
You're taking good care of
What's
me.
the secret? Tell us what's the secret to
Jesus, peace of mind, minding my business, hot prayers, not looking for trouble.
No, you look absolutely amazing.
Thank you. Yes, and thank you because you always, I feel you're a real one, Daniel. You're a real one, you know, even when we have our fights and all of that, and I'm looking for my hook again. But even when we have our fights,
And we do have fights.
we do have misunderstandings. So they're not even, I don't think we can call them fights anymore. They're like misunderstandings, right? Like conflict. We do not agree. We somehow have just grown past yelling and shouting and just coming back to it.
Have we got past yelling and shouting?
When last did we shout?
I
don't
know,
know. We're not voice raisers like that anymore.
Okay, so
I don't think we are.
So
I think we've come a long way, which is just what I was trying to.
yeah, I mean we met maybe like 9-10 years ago, right? About 9-10 years ago ish, right? And when we met, we of course were coming from different backgrounds, different ideologies, idiosyncrasies, upbringings, and when we decided to get married, we obviously knew that it was going to be challenging. For the one, because she's an only child.
This only child thing keeps coming up.
And I'm the last of 4 kids, right? So of course, even that alone presents itself a situation, you know, for us to deal with. But I'm saying that to say that when we got married, we obviously saw life differently. And as we decided to come together and live life together, we had situations where we had to iron out our differences. And in ironing out differences, there were certain challenges that we faced, right? Because we obviously saw life differently until we didn't.
Yes.
But how did we get to that point where we speak so so gloriously about, where we're able to deal with our differences and deal with our differences well? Initially, we started off and I think we couldn't stand each other.
No, I don't agree. I think we couldn't communicate.
Properly.
We were not speaking how the other person could understand. So it was different languages. So I like the sandwich method. I like, if you like roll your eyes, that's what is helping us. So I'm a sandwich girl, right? You start
What's
with
the meaning of sandwich?
Sandwich is the bread, the meat, and then the bread again. Okay?
Meaning?
Bread me up, then meat, and then bread me again. Right? So, okay, so with me, and there are temperaments like that, right? In psychology, study, all of that. There are people who would find it harder to receive a correction when it just comes as a hard correction.
Because you were just being stubborn.
Can I finish?
Yes.
I want to conflict and resolute on this episode.
No, go ahead.
Yes. So there are people who you have to come from a place of, I understand that this is what you were trying to do, but this is how it came off. And for this reason, I am upset. And I hope you can understand that I am upset. Not, this is what you did and I am upset. Please don't do it again, all of that. Because the person, my frontal lobe, I want to sound like this person, but the person is thinking that, one, what I was trying to do was not, what I ended up doing was not intentional, right? 2, you have completely negated every other thing that I did. And your focus is now on this bad thing that I did. And so how are we going to resolve that when you've discredited or just not seeing the good that I was trying to do? Of course, if it's an obvious bad thing that the person does, okay, maybe throws something, breaks a plate, all of that, just throws tantrums, it's clear to say, this is not okay, you cannot act like this. Do you understand what I'm saying? It's okay to say that. But if it is a case of, oh, I did something and it was received differently, then you start with, I understand. That's how it works for me. How I think it works for you.
The big question is, okay, finish. How you think it works for me?
How I think it works for you is, funny enough, I think it's the same thing. Over time, you don't want the good that you've done to be discredited or to not be acknowledged at all. You don't want that. You want it to be seen. Nobody, but some people can take the hard correction, like, give it to me, let's go. You messed up, why did you do that, blah, 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 blah. Yes.
And this is why.
And maybe there are different times.
And this is why, because sometimes you don't always get that. And you don't always control how you get corrected.
Oh, no. If we're in a relationship, I would appreciate that you speak to me how I want to be spoken to.
Yes, but you're not in a relationship with everybody, right?
We're talking about us now.
I know. And sometimes that person that you're in a relationship with is not even predisposed at that time to sandwich it. Sometimes it just comes hot. Sometimes you just say it. Sometimes
that's lack of self-control on that person's part.
No, it's not a lack of self-control. It's just the person isn't able to do it how you would like, because not everyone is perfect, right?
No. So that means the person is not receiving how I want to be corrected or how I want to be spoken to. We have to really respect individuality.
Another question I was going to ask is, Another question I was going to ask is, do you always correct like that?
How do you want to be correct? So this is that you're doing. This is what you're doing. No, we've crossed. We are not pointing fingers. When somebody is saying, this is how I want to be corrected, you say, but is that how no.
I'm saying that to say that the world doesn't always work how we want it to work.
We are not talking about the world.
My love.
LOML. Love of my life. We're not talking about the world. We're talking about 2 of us right now. We're legit actually talking about me and you in this moment. Mm-hmm. And then beyond this, we're talking about partners and just communication. How does your partner want to be corrected? The only challenge I see is if your partner is standing there and saying, I am a saint and I did not do anything wrong, I am holy and I'm perfect, then there's a problem there. But if your partner is saying, I recognize that I am not perfect, I recognize that I am not pure and whatever it is, however, this is how I would like to be corrected, or this is how I would like to be just spoken to when you do not agree with something I've done, I think that should be taken seriously. It should be taken on board.
Yes, that's valid.
Yes, so it's conflict resolution.
Yes, so I'm not saying that the way you want things done shouldn't be taken on board. I'm just saying you don't always get it as you like. Because that's the way the world is. You don't always get things the way you want it. So that your predisposition should be, if I get it the way I want it, great. If I don't get it the way I want it, I will still receive it. Do you understand? Because it's for the greater good. It's for the best. No one is correcting you because they are your teacher or they came to this life to correct you. Some people act
like teachers. Oh, some people act like teachers. Hey, do you remember?
In any case.
You were teacher walakule, teacher walakule. Hey, you used to teach for every small thing correction. I think you can do, guy, rest.
Rest in peace.
Like, every small thing correction.
Yeah, when we got together initially, I was just always, I had something to say about everything that she did and that she did not do to my standards. And I was always very quick to point her in the right direction. This is the way you do it.
This is the way you do
it. This is the way you do it. No, you're wrong. This is the way you do it. And I quickly learned that I was going to struggle. First, because of her own way of doing things and the way she's built and the way she has lived life. and where she is at this and where she was at that point in her life. So what I had to do was quickly learn, because the goal here is to pass a message across. The goal here is to reach understanding. That's the goal. The goal is not to teach, or the goal is not to pass information. Because if the goal is to pass information, then you can pass information and leave it there, and your information doesn't arrive. You know, the goal is communication. And you're not communicating if you're just speaking without the other person receiving it. So what do? You re-strategize. You come back to yourself and you say, how best can I get this person from where she is or where he is to where I want them to be, right? If you see that all you're trying is not working, then try other methods, re-strategize.
So even this thing you're saying now, babe, yeah. It's because you are talking about getting the person from point A to point B, like telling the person, okay, and that it can be fine. So there are multiple thoughts. I'm trying to follow the best thread. I think that when there is a conflict, it is not about, the emphasis should not be on you trying to just, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, the emphasis is not on you just trying to correct the person from, okay, this is how you are and this is how you should be. It's about, this is what you have done to me, okay? This is how I'm feeling about it. And I would appreciate if you do things differently so that I don't feel bad, because if you love me, you will not want me to feel bad. So I'm telling you that what you're doing is making me feel a certain way, and I don't like that feeling, and I would appreciate if you don't do that again. If you come from that angle, I think it's just different, because out of love, I would want to listen. I want to listen beyond here, just also listening to what you are saying, than you saying, you did this. This is the way it should be done. Therefore, this is how you should be doing it from this moment. Why do you want to control somebody created in the image and the likeness of God? Do you understand? And now I'm talking about a love relationship. Of course, it's different with like children. It's different with like maybe staff, team members. It's different with them. In a relationship, marriage even to be precise, since there's now that covenant and that agreement, in that relationship, I think the emphasis should be on this thing that you have done is making me feel this way. I don't want you to be the cause of me feeling this way. So please don't do it like that. Do it like this, because if you do it like this, then I won't feel this way, right? Compared to this thing that you have done is bad. Change your ways. This is not how it's done. This is how it is done. And yeah, what do you think?
No, I think you're absolutely correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, but what I was referring to was communicating.
Okay.
So I wasn't saying it to say that your objective in your spouse's life is to necessarily move the person to point A to point B. No, what I was referring to is you're trying to pass a message to this person.
Right.
So that this message you're passing to takes this person from a place of not understanding you to a place of understanding you.
Okay.
That's what I mean by taking the person from point A to point B.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
So if you're using this method or this strategy and it's not working to take this person to from A to point B, then you re-strategize. You come back and say, okay, how can I pass this message across to this person a little clearer?
Right.
If the message is you're making me feel a certain kind of way, if the message is I need you to be this kind of person, if the message is I need you not to be this, whatever the message is, the idea is I'm trying to get something inside me, inside you. That's it. I'm trying to communicate
An
that.
ideology of
Yes,
mine.
and if it's not getting to you, then
Right.
come up with a different plan, with a different strategy.
So
Right.
at what good segue into, at what point do you introduce third parties into conflict?
When you've tried and failed
How
several
many times?
I mean, it differs for different people. But once you have tried a couple of times and you both are not seeing eye to eye, and you know, wisdom, you can't really, and introducing third party is an act of of wisdom now.
Yeah.
You
wisdom
have
is
to know
very-
when to apply it.
Right.
And it differs for different situations, for different people. You can't just throw in a third party just because. You need to know when, why, what you're throwing a third party.
Do you
at.
like third parties in conversations?
Okay, so let me give you a passage in the Bible.
Can I answer?
I'll
yes or
answer
no
the
before?
I'll answer the question.
Okay.
There's a passage in the Bible that says, when you try and reach a brother, and you have not, and you've tried and failed, you take someone else. You see the way they introduce the third party. You have tried and tried
It
and
doesn't say how
failed.
many times, but yes.
Yeah, you've tried and tried and failed. Then you introduce the third party. Do I like third parties? Yes. But it means that the situation has deteriorated to the point where you now need a third party, which is not a great place to be. But however, would it salvage the situation? Yes. And if it does, then it's a welcome
I
development.
used to be so big on third parties. I just thought, I'm speaking to you.
Somebody has to be there.
No, you're not understanding. You're speaking to me. I'm not understanding. Can we bring someone that would just interpret what I'm saying to you and then interpret what you're saying to me, and let's move on from there? Do you understand? Why are we dragging this thing? You're not getting what I'm saying. I'm not getting what you're saying. Let's introduce a third party. And but I learned over time that even third parties can be problematic because they're interpreting based on their own experiences as well. They're interpreting based on their own exposure, right? And so they may even make things worse. So I just saw a picture of two presidents, and there was an interpreter. They speak different languages, and there was an interpreter between them, and they said that's the most protected man on earth because one wrong interpretation or translation can just set the whole world upside down, right? So yes, that third party, that interpreter, that translator is, I think, should only be called when it's really required. I've learned that, like, you know what, have conversations with people. If it's important to have the conversation. If it's not important to have the conversation, then keep it moving. But with a spouse, I think it's always important to have. Is it always important to have the conversation with a spouse?
Absolutely.
Can you overlook certain things? I got to a point where I was overlooking things.
Yes. So for me, right, and before I say that, I wanted to say that the more you grow, the more you realize that you are able to have certain hard conversations. When you're not mature yet, any small thing, like, please, third party, come and have the conversation. Come and interpret. Yeah, come and interpret, come and do this, come and do that. But as you grow, your bandwidth for difficult conversations, hard conversations increases.
Yes.
You know, and you're able to accommodate things.
Yeah.
Your you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So third parties?
What happened to third
Yes,
parties?
no.
If it's absolutely needed, yes.
Yeah.
If it's not needed, then no. Sometimes you can't reach this person. You've tried and tried and tried, and you really can't reach this person, and it's okay to invite someone. For me, also, I was going to say that the foundation of every conflict resolution for people in relationships should be a foundation of trust first. Like, you are convinced that this person has the right motive, has my best interest at heart.
The right
so you're not coming into this thing as in, who is this person? I will know.
Got you.
You're just trying to align.
Got you.
That's just. So once you have that, mindset, you're coming in with a different energy. You're coming in to understand better. To be clear on what the situation is. Not, I'm coming to show you that you are wrong. I'm coming to prove to you. No, you're coming in to say, what's the matter? Like, okay, let me hear you. And you're listening to understand this person.
What the person is,
not to prove the person wrong or to prove, you're just listening to say, okay, I get you. And oftentimes, you asked the question, you said, is it always necessary to respond? Do you have to respond? Sometimes no. I'm learning also that sometimes just leave it.
If I was
just leave it. Just leave it.
Yes.
Like, it's not even like it's okay. Like, walk away from it.
Yes. And that has been one of my growth metrics, if I'm thinking of the right word to use. If I'm going to grade myself on growth, it will be on that I don't feel the need to have conversations all the time anymore. I don't feel the need to address everything. And it is not affecting how I feel about the person. So those are two separate things. I'm not addressing anything and then there's resentment building. No, there is absolutely no resentment. I have, and I feel like you struggled with it. There was a time I said, I didn't have anything to say. Like, I've heard you, I'm sorry. Do you remember? I'm sorry. And it's like, okay, but let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about it. Like, but I
but that situation is different. So let's not even talk about it because, like, because sometimes I'm sorry is not enough. Like, you can't say when you've done something, you can't just say, okay, I'm sorry, I don't want to talk about it. No, that's not closure.
Babe, okay, so I'm now remembering again properly, and it was how my mindset in that moment was, you know what, I was wrong. I accept that I was wrong. I don't have anything to defend, and I don't have anything to add to the fact that I was wrong. So I'm sorry, I was wrong, and I will not do it again. Right?
You didn't say this or this. Now you're adding things that you did not say. Now you're qualifying it that you did not know. That's not how it went down.
I said I'm
but
sorry.
But it's okay. If you want to rewrite the history, it's okay.
Okay, well,
it's all right.
Well, so there's the case of I'm sorry, I hear you. I have nothing to add or subtract to or from what you said. Can I move on? Can we move on? But for some people, it's like you must talk. You must talk.
Yeah, because what that does is you're diminishing that person's experience. It's not to see. It's different if someone hurts you, right? If someone hurts you, and you say, "It's okay. Like I'm not going to engage. It's okay. I'm going to deal. I'll move on." It's different from you hurt someone and you tell the person, "I'm not going to engage. I'm not going to." It's totally different.
I'm not going to engage. So, let's say you hurt me. And I come to meet you to say, you hurt me because you did X, Y, Z. And you say, actually, I hear you. That's true. I'm sorry. I won't do it again. Or it will not happen again.
Those are 4 cardinal statements that are key in conflict resolution that is different from just saying, I'm sorry.
No. So I remember, and I mean, there's no point dwelling on this thing, but it was a case of I didn't have anything to add or subtract. No, but it was like we had to have the conversation.
That you said,
yes.
If you had said it at that point, they would have sufficed. These 4 things.
Like I said,
no, you didn't. Owning up to it, then saying you won't do it again, then saying yeah. So these are key things. It's not just you heard when but it's okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So again, I think people should also respect that it's not every time I don't think everything has to be talked about. If somebody says, I hear you, I apologize, it won't happen again, I think it's good. I don't think a conversation should be forced in conflict resolution because that's what gets people in trouble. It's almost like you're trying to trigger the person. You want the person to talk. You want the person to say this, say that.
You know what? For me, it's more than just I'm sorry. I'm sorry is not it.
I'm sorry. I'm saying if the person says I'm sorry, I understand what you are saying.
Can I say something?
We move on?
Can I say something? So for me, it's not just I'm sorry. Sorry is cheap. Is how did we get here and how do we make sure we do not arrive here again?
Okay.
That's it. It's not just, I'm sorry, then you do it again, oh, I'm sorry, then you do it again, oh, I'm sorry.
But you know that's not conflict resolution.
How do you mean?
I'm sorry is not resolving a conflict.
Yes, exactly, right?
Yeah.
So it's easy to
But
just
I'm sorry, I hear what you've said, it will not happen again. You don't think that's enough?
No, but let's deconstruct this thing that you're saying.
Okay.
Right? I hear you. I am sorry. It will not happen again. That's it. You're giving a commitment. These things are deep. They might seem like just they are deep. And to a man, they matter.
Okay.
Right?
So
there's one more thing you said. You said 4 things. What's the 4th one?
I'm sorry, I hear you. It will not happen again. I accept or something. Yeah.
These are like deep statements that reassures this person that you have learned from this error, because the key thing is about the learning here, so that we don't arrive here again.
So can that suffice, or must a conversation be had? But no, what I said was, but no, what you did was.
No, I mean, if you can arrive at this point sincerely, then there's no point for conversation. The conversation is to arrive at this point.
Yeah.
Do you get?
Yeah. But I feel like some people have had this conversation and it was not enough. It was like, no, but we have to break it down. No, but we have to break it down.
To what? The point of breaking it down is to arrive here. But so if you arrive here on your own, then we're there. Then we're
without
we're
all the
succeeding.
you did this, you said
but
that.
But not everybody is able to truly arrive at this point. It's not easy. You might think you just say, I'm sorry, I hear you. It's not just a matter of reciting these things. It's to truly mean them.
I think what I'm trying to find out from you is, must there be a full conversation? Can I am sorry, I hear you, it will not repeat itself suffice?
Yes, absolutely.
From the beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you able to take it though?
Yeah.
Then it's fine.
Because I feel sometimes people feel like conflict resolution has to be talk. And I guess maybe it's the era I'm in now. I don't have anything to say to anybody that does not have zeros behind. Like, I don't have...
Toyosi, what are you about to say?
I don't
it's problematic. What you're saying now is problematic on so many levels.
You've not even let me land.
Because I heard already where you were going to.
Land.
Okay, land now. No,
land.
land.
But this is what we're saying. It's okay.
Land.
It's cool.
You're cool?
I'm cool.
All right.
Yeah.
In dealing with conflicts and, when you've decided to invite third parties, what are the qualities of these people that you want to invite into your conflict?
Like what, the third party?
To invite into your...
Someone who will be unbiased, so no bias, or someone who will not automatically be on my side. So it's almost the same as
I was going to say that. For
Someone
example, if you're the one calling the person,
yes,
preferably
you call the
person,
because okay, if I talk to his sister or I talk to his friend,
the person will be
but if I talk to my friend, they'll be like, what? He did what?
Can you break that down a little bit? Like, give a practical example.
Straightforward now.
So if we're having an issue about what now? For example,
whatever it is.
I was disrespectful to you, whatever.
Yeah.
And you're reporting the incident, or you're trying to bring in a third party to resolve this because I'm not listening to you.
Yeah.
Don't get someone from your side. Don't get your friend or your family member or to mediate.
Yes. I can talk to somebody to just talk to like let steam off, or to find out, hey, what do you think about this?
That's a different thing entirely now.
It's different. But
mediation is different from just talking to someone about it.
Yes.
Right. So let's deal with mediation first.
Yes. So somebody from your side.
Call someone from my side. If I'm the person calling, call someone from your side, preferably. Right.
Yes.
Now, what do you feel about just talking to other people about our business?
I think sometimes it helps, right? If one, there's no need for escalation to have someone mediate all of that. Or two, you want to just know that, you want to check, am I crazy for how I feel before I have the conversation?
Do you know what I think?
Tell me.
I think ladies find it easier to talk to other people about what they are going through in their relationship.
Yes,
but
women
men
are very,
don't.
women.
Because I think as a man, I'm all about protecting you, protecting my spouse, protecting my family. That I find it really difficult if we're having issues to go and tell somebody, see what she did to me, see what happened. Like, I would never do that. The way I am wired, I'd never do it. But I feel like you find it easy to talk to someone and say, look what...
Yeah, the people in my life, the people that I trust, I will have conversations from time to time about
How about you don't feel
happening.
protected? You don't feel that would expose me?
I don't think it does not. I don't think it exposes you. To answer your question, how it was asked, I don't think it exposes you. I think it protects you.
By talking to other people about what we're going through. How so?
Yes, because these are people who are wise. These are people with a track record of just wisdom. And so I trust that, and these are people that will not judge you.
So you come up with that conclusion, right? That, let me paint it a scenario for you. And these are people who
have also confided in me in the past about their own partners, and I did not judge their partners. There are things that I know about people's spouses that, okay, guys, settle your problem. Oh. This thing is a problem, just settle it. And I'm talking to my friend, I'm like, babe, okay, I understand how you feel, but you also should not have XYZ, XYZ. But yes, he did XYZ, XYZ. But you guys can squash it. It's not a big deal. Let it go.
Okay.
And I don't look at the husband any differently from how I looked at him the day before.
Okay.
We move.
So say I come back from work one day and you were disrespectful to me, hypothetically speaking.
Yeah.
And I feel hurt by it. And I'm trying to tell you, like, you didn't do anything, you didn't say anything wrong what you did. And how would you feel if I go to a friend that I respected, that I believe wouldn't judge you, and I told the friend that look what she did to me? How would you feel about that?
I'm going to trust your judgment of your friend. Yeah, I'm going to trust that you're speaking to a friend who is wise, who understands the sanctity of marriage, who is not going to give you foolish counsel. And you've had some good friends.
So you're telling the person what's going to advise you or what? To give you some sort of solace?
Like, sort of like, see what happened, all of, and let's bring it back, right? We're talking about just dealing with conflict. Ideal situation is both of you talk it out and you sort it out. Second, if you cannot sort it out, you get someone to mediate. This is my own ranking now. Third, if the other party is not seeing what you're seeing, so you've tried to talk and you're not on the same wavelength, you may want to get a third party opinion to say, hey, this happened. Am I crazy for being upset? But he doesn't seem to be getting it. And then the person can say, yes, you're crazy for being upset, or no, you're not crazy for being upset. Right? And you'd say, yes, you're crazy for being upset, but just relax for now. If he's not seeing
seeking advice.
Exactly. If he's not seeing it how you are seeing it, then free it. But and you can bring it up later. Or, is this something you really must talk about? Right? If there's no need to talk about it, then just free. That's how I see it. Just free.
Interesting. I find it difficult to do that. I
Yes.
find it difficult to talk about my issues
have you
to
not-
other people.
Even
Like he has to have
therapist,
had me like
In a chokehold.
chokehold. Like I probably need to be at my last ebb for me to discuss
I hear you.
what I'm going through in my home with anyone outside. Like I must be
What are your
dying.
thoughts on me doing it though?
Like I said, I feel it exposes us.
Okay.
I don't like it.
At all.
I don't like it at all. But I understand that sometimes it's your own way of dealing and it's your own way of bringing sanity to you as well. If you don't do it, then you lose your shit, pardon my French. So it might be a way of you finding safety
Yeah.
when you can't find it here, might be.
Yeah.
So I might understand it to that extent.
Yeah.
But that's about it. But for me, I struggle with it. I struggle with letting others into what's going on. If it's a mediator, then that's different. Like we
But
both
you've spoken
agree.
to people. You have spoken to people about things happening in the marriage in the past. You have sought
If I
counsel.
have, like I said,
Yes.
it was in the days where I was in a chokehold.
Right.
And
right.
that was like,
Praise God.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, those days are few and far between. So thankful.
There's no need to say that. We're fine.
No, that's what I'm saying. Like you don't like when last were you in a chokehold is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah, like are you in a chokehold? Have you been in a chokehold? Maybe I'm not aware that you're in a chokehold. I beg. But yeah, I'm just thankful for growth. I'm thankful for growth. I'm thankful for communication like this. We've talked about the craziest things.
I think it's
wildest
important.
things.
I think it's really important to keep channels of communication open.
Open.
At all times.
Yes.
I think no one knows it all.
True.
No one is the be all and
Know all.
know all
Yeah.
of marriage. So I think it's good to be humble, and this is me, bringing it to a close here. I think it's important to be humble, to know the things that you don't know,
Yes.
and to accept the things that you can't change.
Yeah.
Be humble enough to know when you're wrong and when you need to apologize. Not everything should be fought through to the end.
Like, relax.
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 Yeah.
And be teachable. Be teachable. Be humble enough to learn. And above all, let love lead.
Let love lead the way.
Hope you enjoyed this episode. See you next time. We love you.
Bye.